panel discussion, please welcome to the stage Rehana Raj, the operations head of retail at Choithrams, Max Avtukhov, CEO of Yango Tech, Malini Ohri, the founder of Sante Self-Care, Minal Siyal, conscious executive officer of Beauty Binge, Alfred James, Deputy General Manager Group E-Commerce Lulu Group, Mayank Srivastava, the Head of Business Development MEA. And we also have Vishal Kapil, the Group CIO of GMG. They are in conversation with your wonderful moderator, Darine El Sabbagh, Managing Director of Golden Scent. There we go, guys. It's like a game of musical chairs. We just look up to your picture and get the right seat. There we go.
Hello. So how are we holding up? We have one more session behind us. Let's keep it entertaining. I think we're talking about the most forgotten aspect of e-commerce and the hardest part. And we have amazing veterans on the panel from very different industries to tackle the topic. So to start with, I would love the panelists to introduce themselves shortly, starting with Rehana.
Thank you, Darine, and hello to my fellow panelists, and good evening, everyone. I'm Rehana Raj. I'm heading the operations for the supermarket chain Choithrams, which this year is completing 50 years of serving the UAE customers. So I'm heading the sales and the day-to-day operations of the brick-and-mortar stores. E-commerce, we have our own e-commerce channel by name choithrams.com. We're also on marketplace platform aggregators, as well as we are the exclusive sourcing partners for Deliveroo Hop. We're also into the B2B channel, servicing our general trade as well as corporate customers. So I'm looking forward to some insightful discussion here.
Thank you, for passing the word. Good evening, everyone. My name is Max Avtukhov. I'm CEO of Yango Tech. We provide technologies to retailers and e-grocers. Basically, we provide two pillars. First is about the e-grocery enablement. So if any challenge occurs for retailer to break in online and be competitive, we can surely solve it. And second pillar is about building digital trace of products in offline stores by installing computer vision, by installing cameras, computer vision, and building services on top of it. So what we achieved so far? So we have 11 partners in 10 countries. Our platform powers $1.3 billion GMV on annual basis, and we're happy to be here in the most vibrant market globally. So thank you very much for the invitation.
Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, and my fellow panelists. I'm Malini Ohri, founder of Sante Self-Care. And I think that's very self-explanatory. We need to look after ourselves before we go out in the world to fight our battles. So my product is 100% natural, homegrown UAE brand, which encourages self-care. And we sell in the markets directly, and we are online with a lot of help from people like Minal on her platform. And it's a product which helps you to center, to look after yourself, to be healthy. And while you're looking after yourself, because it's a natural product, you're not getting ill in the bargain of trying to look good and young. Absolutely. So over to Minal now.
Thank you, Malini, for paving the way for my introduction. Hi, everyone. I'm Minal, and I'm the founder of Beauty Binge. We're a clean beauty platform dedicated to all those looking to make the clean shift. We launched back in 2020 with a primary goal on bringing in products that not only impacted positively your body, but also our community and the environment at large. Last year, I launched my second startup, Siate, which is a gender-neutral fragrance and wellness brand. And with both Beauty Binge and Siate, the goal has been to try and incorporate sustainable practices in a way that also meets clients' and customer expectations and experience. So I'm looking forward to dwelling deeper onto this subject today with this wonderful panel. Thank you.
Thank you, Minal. My name is Alfred James. I'm part of Lulu Group International as the Deputy General Manager for Group E-Commerce. Lulu Group International is one of the largest and the leading retailers within the region, selling groceries and general merchandise with a significant offline presence as well, upwards of 200 plus stores in the region, and then in an e-commerce presence as well.
Thanks, Alfred. Hi, everyone. Good evening. My name is Mayank, and I head the Middle East business for Kalera. And we at Kalera, we offer communication platforms. So we're a technology provider to all the retail and e-commerce brands in the Middle East. So we help simplify them their communication challenges when it comes to communicating it with their customers. So we have a platform which takes care of all your communication needs in terms of effective communication with your customers and also ensuring that you provide the best customer experience at the end of the day. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Vishal. I work as a group CIO for GMG. GMG is a global well-being company. We are into multiple businesses like sports and lifestyle, healthcare and beauty, logistics business, grocery business, and food manufacturing. I am very keen to hear views from this panel. What are their views on, and learn from them and share my experience with them on this important topic, because ordering is easy, fulfilling order is difficult. And a lot of customer experience and good NPS scores are hidden there.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Vishal. So I thought we'd stir up the pot at the beginning of the panel and keep things interesting. So we have like a fire question to each one of you. I wanted to know what you secretly believe is a fad from the trends that are going around in the industry. And maybe we can start with you, Vishal.
It's a controversial statement I'm going to make. AI is real and AI is a fad. You need to know basically what problem you are trying to solve and stay focused. Then if you know what problem you are trying to solve, the how part becomes simpler.
Mayank, what do you think?
Yeah, I think I would like to add to what Vishal said, because AI is something which is, of course, changing lives. But I would not completely agree that it's a fad, because our technology is actually working on that particular platform. And we have seen some good results coming out of it. So yeah, I think nothing much to add on that same topic.
I would correlate with Vishal as well. We both come in from the same industry to AI. Definitely, I think there's a lot of debate around AI these days and the usability of certain features as well. But I think the adoption of it is going to take time. I think it's a long lead as well, and looking forward to seeing what AI brings, over a 5-year span of time. And also, what I would like to add on is, apart from AI, it's also, I would say, changing customer expectations as well, and the challenges that retailers face most of the time. So, especially within the grocery space, the biggest challenge for us is how to deliver faster to customers. That's a usual challenge that we face, and I think that's where really, the complexity lies, and how retailers solve those problems as well.
Great. Minal, any other trends that you'd like to discuss?
Yeah, I think I'm stepping away a little bit from the AI convo, and I think for me, and in our industry, and I think Malini would probably agree, is I think there's a lot of greenwashing that generally goes about, and I think these claims made on all things vegan being great and all things that are chemically laden are terrible, and really just statements made about organic, vegan, natural, and what does it really mean? So I think these statements somewhere come within, a fad, but in the sense that people truly need to understand what is the impact of certain ingredients and what do these labels mean. So in the beauty industry, for example, not everything vegan necessarily means it's clean. And similarly, not everything that's natural is meant to be as natural. I mean, it will still have certain healthy chemicals to keep the balance of the product and to maintain certain structural components of that product. So I think a lot of statements are passed through when it comes to marketing and claims, and not everything is as authentic. And I think we as customers also need to do our due diligence in asking the right questions to people when it comes to any kind of brand representation.
Absolutely.
For the last few years, that the audience is very educated in one way, or rather less educated. They ask silly questions sometimes. I'll have a lady walk up to me, she's drinking a fizzy drink, and he's saying, but is that safe? I'm pregnant, but is that cream of yours safe for me? And they have never checked behind the labels of the products they buy in the market, in the supermarket, with all due respects. And out of that, probably 70% may not be very good for you. But again, like she said, everything natural is not necessarily not going to cause an allergy to somebody. And everything chemical may not harm somebody. It depends on how we imbibe it, how we use it. If you're using too much of a particular, let's say a preservative, then the body starts reacting with it. 40 years back, a preservative was used less, and we were not doing so much. Our mothers and grandmothers put a cream from the milk. So if they used a body lotion once a day, it was not a big deal. Now from here to here, we are using stuff. So we have to use the social media with a pinch of salt. And what I notice very often is that if one trend starts, then everyone is telling you this is the best thing, is the best thing, is the best thing. That's not true. One type of medicine helps one person, pain medicine, and it doesn't work on another person, even if it's been tried for the last 30 years. So we have to do due diligence and see what works for us. And again, the story of being a fad, everything is a fad for some time. Facebook, we all couldn't live without. Then WhatsApp came, LinkedIn came, and now we have AI. So we're all also moving towards that, but there's a lot of fake stuff in that. Our skin looks different, even with Facebook and the filters. So we have to be able to take out and understand what is better and best for us, and not believe everything what we see on the social media.
That's a great statement. Don't believe everything that you see. Try to formulate your own opinions on things. Max, what do you see on the tech side?
I would also definitely mention the recent trend on AI. I would segregate, though, that there is one part which is in the shadows about machine learning, deep algorithms of operating huge quantities of data that actually works. I wouldn't be sitting here if it wouldn't work, because I think in our business it provides like 20 to 30% of top line, and it makes the difference if you're losing money or earning money. So it's like 10 percentage points on EBITDA level. But for the generative AI, I wouldn't say again it's a fad or like somehow disregarded, but it yet to prove its application. So how much in terms of unit economics it would improve for like the retail, for grocery industry, it's yet to be proven. There are some nice, cool stuff happening, but other than entertainment, it's yet to again bring some ROI for the investors and developers.
Indeed. Rehana, is AI also paining you?
No, I think AI is evolving. I think I look at it that way, and let's see what is in store. So be open when it comes to AI, big data. But I think when it comes to a short-term fab, it's about the topic which is relevant right now that we are talking. On-time delivery is not a race against time. It's about an experience. It's not about running a 100-meter sprint. It's an obstacle course race, which you run as a team, and that's when you deliver that customer experience. I think that's one big thing that we'll discuss further on. Yes.
Let's expand a little bit on it. Do you feel the pressure as a retailer to keep up with the customers' growing expectations from 1 hour to 15 minutes now? And how do you manage it internally?
That's a very relevant question. But as I just mentioned, it's very important for us to define what is on-time delivery for a customer. So we at Choithrums, so we define a customer shopping mission into three. So one being the monthly shopping basket. So these are bigger basket values, consisting more on the FMCG, mix is higher here. There's a plan purchase, and the customer has time to plan it. And they give time for it to be delivered as well. So these are bigger baskets. So we service this shopping mission through our own brick and mortar stores and through choithrums.com. We have the next one, which is like the weekly top-ups. When to talk about the weekly top-ups, these are serviced through the marketplaces in Choithrums, through our aggregator platforms. And these have higher mix of fresh products, and these are average basket value with 60 to 90 minutes. So please note the time that a customer is ready to wait. The third one is a quick delivery model, where you are cooking pasta and you forgot your barla sauce, and you say that, oh my God, I want my sauce, and can somebody deliver it right now? Or you have some guest and suddenly you want to order some chips. So that's quick delivery. So we service it through the dark stores of Deliveroo Hop and through our home delivery channel as well. That's also a very strong model. Now, define what is an on-time for customer, and then get your processes in place to meet these effectively. So when you meet it, it's about product. So if it's a quick commerce, you can't carry your 20,000, 30,000 SKUs, right? You have to have a curated, lesser range, which is ready to service that shopping mission of the customer. So data is also big. We need to know what saves time in a product, arranging a product. For example, weighing of a variable line, a product of meat, fish, fruit, and veg. If you do pre-packs of it, and you can plan better, that's something which can help us in terms of faster deliveries. You grab and you have picked the item, don't have to weigh it, a couple of minutes saved. A lot of process improvisation needs to be in place to give that experience. Inventory management. So we work on in a very clear range of how inventory could be managed through our auto-replenishment system with a list of must-stock list for online, which is tracked on a daily basis, so that the inventory is available for the picker to pick it. In terms of order preparation, from the time we receive an order to the time it's dispatched, every touch point, we need to know how to optimize it. So the pickers are well trained. So we operate, as I mentioned, in 7 marketplaces with Choithrum's own portals. That's 8 platforms that our pickers know. So for staff strength of 1,400 staff, they're actually trained on how to maintain the SLAs. So I guess the entire experience is the complete, all the processes put together, the product put together, the people put together. And if you're able to meet that, that's when your deliveries experience is right for the customer.
Fantastic. Mayank, you have a service for retailers to improve communications processes. Maybe you can tell us what's new in the market around that?
Yes, of course. Thanks for the question, Darine. So basically, in terms of the order delivery, when you talk about, before I get into the technologies, just like to take a step back and talk about like how it really impacts the overall customer experience. And it's not just only one way, but there are several reasons that how on-time delivery and delivery tracking mechanisms can actually impact your overall customer experience. First and foremost is by providing real-time tracking updates. I think when we place an order, we are not as anxious as while we are waiting for the order. So by providing real-time updates to the customer, it's very, very important that you are giving them the flexibility and also the information that this is the time of delivery, this is the, maybe you can change your delivery patterns or you can delivery schedules. And also you open up that dialogue with the customer that if the customer wants to change the delivery location, if you want to change the delivery time, they can have all these things available right at the moment. And when you have those kind of channels available, you kind of ensure that the anxious customer is not getting into a dissatisfaction mode because of some kind of delays, because there's already a channel open. So from our offering, what we do is that we help brands to open up a channel on WhatsApp. So once the order is going out for delivery, you send a notification to the customer on WhatsApp, and then you keep on sending them notifications on the real-time basis of the package. And you also give them options of changing the delivery time basis, like typically a delivery company will give you a time frame of 9 to 6 p.m. But as a working guy, I mean, I can't be at home or at my office 9 to 6 p.m. So we give them smaller brackets of like, let's say 9 to 12 p.m., 3 to 6 p.m., 6 to 9 p.m. So as a customer, I have the flexibility to go ahead and make sure that this is my apt time to be available for receiving the package, and I would like to go ahead and do it. Also, you can actually change the delivery location by sending it the current location pin. So this way, you are also ensuring that the package is not coming back to your warehouse. So there's a return cost on the shipment as well, which comes back to the warehouse and then goes again next day for delivery. So we make sure that by providing these solutions, we give the brands the flexibility that once the package is out, the chances of getting it delivered is more, depending on the customer's availability. So yeah, I think through all these channels on the communication side, we really help brands to go ahead and make sure that the customer experience is improved, and also there's a brand loyalty which gets enhanced. So
yeah, I would definitely say in our e-commerce business, WhatsApp has been a great game changer on marketing and also on the customer communication side. Going back to the challenge that Rehana raised, Alfred, what have you done to manage your stock better? And are there any challenges that you'd like to solve?
From a stock management perspective, I think centralized inventory management system has helped us. Having offline inventory levels visible to online customers has definitely helped us manage our stock much better. From an out-of-stock perspective, having better demand planning, understanding the offline and online customer demand, and also planning in the supply chain better, speaking to suppliers, understanding what are the supplier disruptions that may happen. It's definitely helped us plan better as well. Also, from a customer perspective, if you look at it, we provide better tracking to customers as well, all the way from picking, once the order is done, to picking, once the picking is finished, to dispatch, to delivery. And offering those kind of insights to customers has definitely helped us over a period of time reduce customer inquiries as well about the orders. So yeah, those are a couple of points.
Fantastic. Max, I think you had some great advice from your wealth of experience in e-commerce across so many countries. What would you advise retailers when it comes to inventory management?
First is, of course, know your customer. So you need to understand the missions that he covers, the price positioning, the assortment positioning, brand positioning. So the first is about obtaining knowledge about who is actually shopping. It's rather easy to do it when you have an offline store, so you can communicate, you can see. It's a rather complex task when you're trying to, I don't know, out of nowhere to introduce the same, I don't know, approach in online space. Then it's about the replenishment, and so when you select the matrix, so when you select the assortment, price positioning, it's about replenishment. For the online part, the key thing here is to utilize assets. So you invest a huge ton of money in couriers, in dark stores, or like customer fulfillment centers, in supply chain, middle mile, and whatsoever, and you start making money only when they utilized properly, when the turnover is high, and it's now becoming crucial to understand what's going to be next, like what's going to be tomorrow, what's going to be the day after, next week, and with taking into account limitations of the supply chain. Does the ship from Ecuador arrives or it won't arrive, and you need to substitute products? And it boils down to the very complex system, very hard to digest in symbolic ways. So the AI, the FAS, the stuff, it actually comes into play right here when it helps you to understand the patterns, the way of things like work on like rather sub-symbolic level. So it's not like described as a formula, it's more like a pattern and the move. And of course, it only works if you collect data. So if you have these data points, if either it's like through the supply chain, what's the touch points, what's, I don't know, barcode scanners, how you manage quantities, how you manage overstock or out of stocks, and of course about the picking. So like how do you collect orders? Is it manual process or again so does it have a digital footprint or it doesn't? So yeah, it's a rather simple task to order something online, but on the flip side, on the retailer side, it's a nightmare basically of processes, and it's again also you're facing a competition, and you need to be agile, you need to be fast. So yeah, my recipe would be to eat this elephant by pieces, from the customer, from the niche, and then to the inventory management, like as a whole. Yeah.
Fantastic. What elephant are you trying to eat, Vishal? Can you tell us about managing the omni-channel world with multi-stores and multi-brands too?
I want to lean on some of the things that my other panelists mentioned. See, we are in a business to make money. And every experience you want to cater to has a cost and profitability element attached to it. Okay? We need to be very clear, are we chasing growth? Are we chasing building a business which is scalable? Are we building a business which is profitable? If you have a business which gets you all three, let me know, I would invest my money in that.
We would all.
Yeah. But if you get two elements of these three things right, you are growth oriented and you are making money profitable, you are on a right path. Okay. And in this equation, while experience play a very important role, the inventory, which is an asset, and how you manage that asset plays a very important role. So I tell many people in my team and many colleagues that we live in a world where latency is new outage. Okay? I am in the men's section looking for a jacket like this, and if the section manager or the person, the sales guy, is not there to help me find a jacket which is of this color, I will move away from that section. Maybe I will go to another brand and look for something else. So that moment is gone, and that's where you make money. And that asset is sitting in the store. Then you have to run discounts, spend marketing dollars, you have to do coupons, I don't know what all things, to get the same customer back. And it is very, very difficult. So I think you can complicate your life, you can simplify your life. Okay? Being a tech leader, I'm very cognizant of the fact that whatever decisions you make today has an impact on company for a longer period of time. Because if you make a decision now, it's going to stay with the company and it's going to stay with you and your team for a longer time. So you need to just take a zoom out view and see, okay, what is the problem we are trying to solve? Because there are a lot of people, they will come say, oh, I can do forecasting, optimization, I can do range planning, I can do this better, that better. See, if all the range planners, category planners, all these people were so good all over the world, we wouldn't have, I don't have any other example, brands for less existing. Okay? These things exist because companies are not very good in planning their inventory. Okay? They're not buying, they're not forecasting well. There are, the whole ecosystem, there is a lot of inefficiency that exists. Okay? And fashion is one of the greatest, one of the major contributor for the landfill. Okay? So we were talking about, she mentioned about I'm making pasta and somebody will show up and then I need a quick commerce. Sorry, I don't believe in that, because when I was young, that time, people used to come without any appointment. People used to just show up. These days, our societies are becoming closed. People check with each other. Are you available at this time? Only then I'll come. You plan your visit. You buy some gifts, even if it's of no reason. Okay? And then you show up to somebody's house. So, see, we never asked for 15-minute delivery or 10-minute delivery or half an hour delivery because somebody brought that equation, service equation. Hence, you are forced to react because customers started getting it. Once you start getting something, even if you didn't want it, you start saying, okay, now this has become a bare minimum that you can get something like this. And there are startups and there are companies in many countries. They are not doing fast grocery delivery. And there is a company I want to mention here. It's not here, fortunately. If they come here, they will give run for money for many, many grocery companies here. That company name is Milk Basket. Please do a study. They do more than 250,000 orders a day. They are in India. Okay? So they do more than 250,000 orders a day, grocery company, and they are profitable. Okay? And they don't do this quick commerce. You place an order with them 11:58, midnight, just before 12 o'clock. You have your order at your door morning 6 o'clock or maybe max 6:30. Okay, they make money. So people are, not everybody is running after. The point I'm trying to make is every experience has a cost. Number two, you have to decide, every company has to decide whether they are chasing growth plus profitability or something else, valuation or something else. So you need to make your own call here, and then you take a look at what is right, what is wrong. And then you make your technology choices, people choices, capability choices, and the operational choices.
Fantastic. Unfortunately, our time is up. I really had some more interesting questions for all of us. Thank you for all the panelists.
You just